Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to make this really cool pop-up gift card. So the gift card is actually a proper card, okay? So, and it slots in there really nice and snugly, and you can make this in any size. I've made a 5-inch square, but it can be lots of different sizes, all the lovely card shapes that you like to do, but it has to be a tent card. So the fold has to be at the top of your card, so a tent card stands like that. And that's the only thing that's important with this one. So many ways you can use this. Obviously weddings, birthdays, you know, anything you want to give a gift card for. I've done Christmas because it's easier to give your grandchildren and your children gift cards most of the time, isn't it? And that difficult auntie, you know who you are. So, you know, that's really simple for you to do today, and it is really easy, trust me. You're just going to be decorating your tent card, and then you're just going to do this little mechanism, and that's it. So it's really nice and easy to do. I've just taken that out because I'm going to show you a different size, just to show you. So this is like an A6 size, or the US A2, and then I've done exactly the same thing here. What I've got is a happy birthday card, and I've just done it with little hearts and things like that, so it could be for a wife, a husband, anything like that. Now I've done little hearts. I've put one at the front there, but I've also put one in the slot, so as long as you've got enough room for your card, your gift card, you can just pop that in, either tuck it in behind like that, not where the glue is obviously because it wouldn't work, but you're only going to be using about your finger, baby finger's width to glue the end, so you've got all that movement for your gift card. So there's a different size one for you there. So yeah, let's get started. I'll show you how to make this, and I'm going to talk through a little bit about the card as well. So if you use double-sided card, it's really easy. So this was double-sided card, so it's just thin card. Just bear in mind that with a tent card, if I did it that way around and that was a pattern, the hearts would be upside down. So you want to make sure that your pattern inside, when you open it up, is looking up at you the right way before you decorate your front and before you put your mechanism in. There's one way of talking about it, and the other is if you're going to use card blanks that are single-sided like this. So if you've got one that's a generic pattern and it doesn't matter which way it goes, you could fold this in half like this and make a really big card with a tent fold across the top. You could also just cut it square, so whatever the width is, cut it square and fold it in half, and you'll have one of your slimline cards, and it won't matter with this pattern that it's doing it. Now if I wanted to do it with this one, for instance, we've got buttons at the bottom of this cardstock, so if I turned it around that way and folded it in half, the buttons are going to be looking sideways. So with this one, you've only got one option, to cut your cards in half and fold it in half that way. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to use this one to do it. And I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel, liked and commented and shared. I really appreciate all of you. Alright, I'm just getting the scoreboard in. Noisy, aren't I? Noisy little person. So you just put it lengthways on here, and if I was going to do, so I would make two out of this, so I'm going to score the whole sheet and then cut it in half, but you can obviously just cut it in half and then score it if you don't want to waste that. So it's 8 1/4, so 4 1/8. Obviously if it's your US, you'll be scoring this at 4 1/4. So I'm going to make 2 in 1, so to speak, but I'm only going to use one half of it. And then I'm going to get my cutter. It's going to be a bit backwards and forwards with this, sorry guys. Get my trimmer. Actually, I think my trimmer rests on top of here, so be useful for next time. So I'm going to cut it at 5, and it's about 5 7/8, but just to make it easier for me to remember what my maths was, I'm going to cut it at 5 3/4, and then I could cut that one down or cut that to a true A6. That's going to be more like a 6-inch one, see? So we've got that one I'm going to put to one side, and we're actually going to work on this one. So I'll just move that to the side a minute. I'm just going to reinforce this score line here. Now if you had double-sided paper, this is where you make sure it's up the right way when you open your card. But the other thing you need to do is that if that's going to be the front of your card, which in this case it is going to be, what you need to do now is work out your pattern. If you're going to be doing folds here, like to make the mechanism, if you're going to be using a patterned paper, okay, when you cut this down, and you're going to be cutting it to 3.5 inches by the width of your card, it's always 3.5 by the width of your card. If you're going to want the beads this way, make sure you cut them the way you want them to be and then score your card. the measurements I'm going to give you in a minute. If you do it the other way and you put them in like this and score it accidentally, all your bees and sunflowers are going to be going lengthways on your little strip. So there's another little thing to point out. And obviously have the front of your card at the top, open it up, and then we can, first of all, the best thing to do is to cover the inside, okay? Now you can have a border, but you're going to go right up to the score line when you cover these, because then the mechanism looks nice. If you go right to the edge, you can do that, or you can have a border. So just for speed, we know this is 5 3/4, so I'm going to cut it at 5 3/4. But obviously if you wanted a border, I usually do 1/4 inch. So you just make it a 1/4 inch, but you wouldn't this way, you'd make it an 1/8. So this measures, what does this measure? It's 4 1/4, isn't it? No, 4 1/8. So you're just going to need 2 sheets at 4 1/8 here. So it's just basically cut it in half. But you might need to cut it down a little bit, because you've got that fold. Sometimes that does take away your, like that. If I put that on there, you might see that it overlaps the front slightly. And that's because you've got a fold in there and you're going up to it. So you're going to have to take like a 1/16 of an inch off. And it wouldn't hurt if you went even a little bit smaller, because you can always cut it down at the end. So I'm just going to take another little smidge off there. Cut your card down at the end, I mean, when it's completely finished. So just take a smidge off of that one. I'm going to have it so the pattern sort of lines. Well, it doesn't matter, because it's going to be covered by the mechanism actually. So that's not important. Another little smidge off there. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's just see if that's enough. Yeah, it should be okay. So we're just going to pop these in like this, and they just get glued in real quick. I'm just going to take some Kalal glue, because it doesn't bend the paper. Hunky Dory's is like that as well, they're construction glue. So this is Kalal. Hopefully it's going to work. Yeah, there we go. So just pop that on. It's got a little spreader on this, it's really useful. So you want to put these in first before you do your mechanisms, because then the mechanism will cover up the join that you've got in the middle of your card. And like I say, if you use double-sided card, then you don't have to do this. So we can just do that there, like so. It's a little bit wide, I'll cut that down. And then again at the top. It's just easier to put the mechanism over the papers rather than butt the papers up to it, if you know what I mean. So just going to make sure that that's down to that score line like that. Let's give it a little shift. Fold it over. You can see I've got an edge there, so I'm just going to cut that off. Grab some scissors. So you could always just put them in and then cut them at the edges both times. So the scissors can rest up next to the card and just trip that little edge off. So now we've got our lined card ready to go. And that's paper in there. Now we're going to get on to our strips of card. So because my card was 5 3/4, I've cut the width of my card, and I'm using white card, to 5 3/4 by 3.5. Okay. So 5 3/4 by 3.5, and you're going to score on the 3.5. So you want the 3.5 butted up to the top of your scoreboard like that, and you're going to score it at half, 1.5, 2, and 3. And then you do the same with the other piece. You need 2 pieces, half, 1.5, 2, 3. Like that. So you just got the, and this is what you need to make your mechanism. So I used white because I didn't really have a cardstock that matched what I was doing, and the Hunky Dory is a little bit too thick for a mechanism inside the card. So you just now reinforce all of these score lines. Probably best to do it the other way. It always looks nicer when you do it. So there's 4 in each. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I can count. You're proud of me? Look at that. And then all you need to do is just fold one of these back and put some double-sided tape along there, or glue, whatever you prefer to use. Double-sided tape is just quick when it comes to demonstrating. I do like wet glue, I must admit. I do like my wet glue. So go along there like that. But they all have their uses. You need everything. It's a need, not a want. So you justify everything. Crafty. So now, because you've got that one turned over, that's your halfway mark. You can just, you've got 2 pieces there and 2 pieces here in that middle bit. So if you just fold that over, and it doesn't matter that it doesn't meet, that's going to be the bottom. Okay, and then you just want to make that tube, because you've made a little like tube. Just make sure it works each way. You see, you've got yourself a little tube there. You can make the other one the same. So we're going to fold that 1.5 over. Just manipulate it to go the other way like that, just so it's nice and square and folded, and knows what it's going to do. And then these 2 are going to get joined together, but they're only going to get, and you see where you've made your, can't see very well on that one. Well, that's a good join, isn't it? So that one there has got the join, the extra little flap that came over, and so is that one. So to have it nice, if you put that to the front and then that one run that way, you won't see them. The edges would be nicer on the bottom, but to be honest, the bottom gets covered up. But it's just this bit here that you might see at the front. So all you need to do now is put a bit of tape just on one of them, here and here. So that's why you need to have the gift card size plus enough room for your tape to go, preferably wet glue, to be honest, because where the card will be pushed in and out, it may split the tape. So I'm just putting little bits of tape on there to hold it in place, but I'll always go back in and put a bit of glue as well. That's just like to get it quick, and then put a bit of glue at the top where it's going to get used a lot, like that. Okay, now what we need to do is get those to go together really nicely. So they're going to stand up like that. So you can push them apart from each other and then butt them up so that the sides are straight, your edges are straight like that. And then you can just stand them up like that. And then you can squash them down both ways. Okay, so what you've got now is you've got that opening there that's got the, what am I doing? The opening there, don't know why that's stuck. There's nothing there to stick it, it's weird. So you've got your little opening there for your gift card to go in. So if I just grab my gift card, you just slide it, so you have to go from the edge and just slide it in like that. Okay, so that's how it goes together. So you've got your top and you've got your bottom. They're, at the moment they're both open, okay, but you've got that fold. Let me zoom in. You've got that fold line there, so that wouldn't look very nice on the top. That's why you keep both your fold lines at the bottom, and then that's your nice bit at the top. Okay, so here's your top. So turn it over and you can fold it flat. These are going to be, these 2 pieces are going to have tape on because they're going to go inside of your card. You're just going to do that, and you're going to do that like that. Okay, just give them a rub down. So that's your bottom, and then you decide which way looks the nicest. If you've got a pattern on it, decide which way looks the nicest before you put tape on the back. Okay, so put tape on the back. I've got a funny fold there, so we'll keep that to the back, the gift card, I'll hide it. So a couple of bits of tape across the back like that. Now take off the tape of the bottom ones only, otherwise you'll be in a good old mess. Okay, so the bottom ones are off, and now you want to take this and get it so that your 2 tapes are ready to go here, and then put it in, hello, put it in up to that fold line but not over it, okay, because the crease of the card, it'll make the card go distorted. So just on that crease line like that. And when you're happy that the sides are straight, which I'm not sure mine are because I can't see this side, then just squash it down. Now you can always trim this at the end. If you've got a good trimmer and it's gone over, don't worry about it. Use your scissors, just cut it off. If you've gone a little bit wonky, it'll be fine. Then take off these back piece. So make sure that you had the back to the back of your card. And then you're going to fold the card over on top of it like that. Okay, so you've got your card shape now. Just give it a burnish on both sides, like so. And then you decorate your card. So we'll use a big one on this because I've got the buttons on the other one. So I'll just decorate my card with this, like that. So you can see I'm not going to do it. I'm turning that sentiment around the right way. And then you would just decorate your card like this, add ribbons, add pearls, whatever. But my channel is all about the know-how. I'll finish it after. And then when you open this one up, what I've got here is I've got that little cat as a decoupage piece. So I'm going to actually pop that on the front there. But I've also got this sentiment which does fit right next to it, so that's fine. I'll just put the sentiment on first in case the basket needed to overlap or anything like that. So we can pop those on there. Like so. Just fold that down a bit. So always put your sentiment or whatever's going on to the left side first, and then we'll put our little cat there. So I don't want any glue to go above this part, so it's only glue there at the bottom of the basket. So I'm going to put one tape on and then take that off and then pop that one on like this, and then I'll just make sure you don't come over the edge or it'll show on the front of your card. So just pop that in like that, a little squash down, fold it that way and squash it down, make sure they're all in. And you can pop, go away, static, look, glue and everything all over it. So just slide your gift card in. Like, oh, the thing that's really good about this, because it is so tight, when it's in, it's not going to fall out. So I can turn that upside down and really bang it, shake it, try and get it out, and it hasn't moved. It will not move. Okay, so it's really tight for a reason, so don't worry about it being tight. If you're worried that you're going to break it, just get your pokey tool or something like that and just separate the two bits of card like that, and then pop your gift card in at an angle. Go point first there, you get your point in, and then slide it down, and there you go. You've got a gift card in a card with a nice 3D pop-up effect inside. Okay, so I'll just decorate this front, but thanks for watching everyone. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.